So it's 6 months after the first video about the glow up, when I started to talk a bit more about how to change your life and everything. I have been absent those last couple of weeks, I think, because as you may have seen, I've done some little vlogs just, to keep you updated, and I took perhaps 2 weeks off. I don't know. Well, I didn't film, but anyway, as you know, when I'm not on YouTube, it's because I have a lot of things to do, and YouTube is kind of a commitment and it takes time. So as I'm doing this for free, it's not like it's a hobby, but it's not all my life. So if it happens that a video is not released on a certain week, it's because I am a bit busy, and it's because I couldn't manage to edit, film, like getting a bit prepared. Today I'm kind of a bit natural. I did some kind of little weekends, and I had the chance to travel and get a bit of a tan. So I'm not that wearing a lot of makeup as usual. Like I haven't done a lot of things, a bit of eyeliner, a bit of mascara, and the gloss, and I think that's it. Yeah, I did like sort of mascara on my brows, but there's no foundation. I'm super happy about this, so I'm gonna get into why I'm happy about it. So I don't know if you're a new follower or an old one, and you may have seen a lot of my changes with my weight loss, weight gain. A lot of different things happened to me, mental health related or not, but there has been like some up and down, and it's life, and I always talk about it, and I'm completely open about it. But since I want to say 6 months ago, because I had like a very big breakthrough around, I want to say March, when I really wanted to change my life. So I started little step by little step, and I think I did a video about it. I'm gonna search it. Perhaps I released it a bit later than what I started a bit of doing this little glow up journey. And so as it's back to school, September, I really wanted to see with you where we are, how much the change has happened or not. Well, it did happen. As you can see, I'm pretty happy. I'm not that, a bit like it's something heavy on my shoulder. I'm kind of very good in my life these days. I hope this will not change. Sorry about the noise. I don't know if you can hear, but my neighbors are a bit loud. Sorry if it screams. It's not me. I am not a ventriloquist yet, as I know. I don't want to call the police. Anyway, so let's start with the physical. I wanted to change things physically. I don't know if I don't think I wanted to talk about it in my video, how to change your life. I really wanted to, just talk a bit about it, but not too much. But I have to say that it is something that is major in a change, and that it's impacting also. We are a bit like, it's a bit taboo to say that when you change something physically, it's important because everything is like beauty in the inside. No, not all the time, because sometimes what you can change from the outside is gonna have a impact on what's happening inside. So I am not saying do a lot of workout, or go, do some change, like any physical change that you can do. I'm just saying that if something is really bothering you, you can change it if you want to. So in around March, I made the promise to myself that in September I would become a different person. I would be myself but a bit improved, and I am super happy about what I did, because I changed so many things that I didn't thought I could. So I wanted to talk a bit about the physical first, because everything will be directly impacted from this. And I'm sorry, I am again not praising that there is no beauty from the inside, that the physical is the most important. I am not saying this, but it is a bit a factor that you cannot close your eyes and just pretend it doesn't exist, because it exists in a lot of different things. Let's say just you buy a nice dress, you haven't renewed your wardrobe, and you buy a nice dress, a nice outfit, you feel comfortable, you feel empowered. It is a kind of a change. So I really think we should give a bit more credit on the physical, that what we actually do. So what I did physically is that I could afford it. So this is also something that I think was like, I really wanted to change this. I did a LASIK surgery. I didn't change my eye color or anything. You can see it's still blue, but I cannot see very far. I could see that, I was like a minus 475, which is very strong correction. And so yeah, so I did this surgery, and as I spoke about it with my sister lately, I think that, and with a friend also, I think that this clicked and this made a lot of different thing happen. So what I want to say is that what I did change, and what was really important for me, and that was physical, is that I don't have to wear lenses. I couldn't wear lenses. It was very hard. At the end, when I was doing the video, I didn't see at all. I wasn't seeing anything because I couldn't put my lenses, because I didn't have a lot of tears anymore. That you can wear your lenses only 20 years, and it was kind of arriving at the 20 years. I started at 14 and I'm nearly close of 34, so it was kind of 20 years. No, so it was, yeah, it was time. It was really time that it arrived the moment that I had to do the surgery, because it was not possible for me to wear my glasses all the time. Like, it was something that was really dragging me, like, okay, now I'm ugly. I'm sorry, I don't say that all people wearing glasses are ugly. Again, as I mentioned in one of my video, it's a very stereotype that, ugly people had glasses. Like, it's really like in the minds of what is beauty and what is not beauty. But yeah, in my mind anyway, I didn't find myself pretty with glasses, so I had to really, if I wanted to feel better, I needed to correct this, and this was the best decision ever. If you want me to talk about this surgery, it's not so fresh in my mind anymore, but I can talk about my LASIK surgery. But yeah, so this is one of the physical that I changed. What I changed also is that now, not right now, but I took the habit to put some lash extension, and it changed my mind. Like, first, no glasses, okay, I saw my face, how I didn't see, I wasn't seeing me clearly before. I imagined a lot of flaws, And when I saw my face without my glasses and with the real good correction, I was like, I'm actually a bit pretty. And so when I just had the idea of putting those lash extension, I was like, first, I'm feeling way more pretty with this surgery, and now I just, put those lashes which are really thin. You cannot really see them. I mean, you think that I'm a bit like wearing makeup, but it's very natural. And so I was like, wow, I'm like the natural beauty, type, and this is a type that I really want to pursue. I don't want to keep, having this goal of being the really, as I said, the goth girl, the alternative girl with a wonderful makeup, which I will never have, because I will never shave my eyebrows, for example. I don't want to shave my eyebrows, when they do some really, really gorgeous makeup. This will never be me, because I will never shave my eyebrows. I don't want to, and I don't have those skills, and that's okay. So I tended to go a bit more towards this natural beauty, which is not really natural, as you can see. No, but the thing that changed also is that I don't wear some powder. I don't use any makeup in my eyebrows anymore, so it doesn't feel like fake and too much. And because I don't have like the skills of a makeup artist, it was like, bit too much. And so this changed also, that like really this part changed, and as it makes it a bit more natural and that I like it, I can feel that it is like some beauty that is kind of a bit more pure. I don't know if you can, I don't want to say like I'm a pure beauty, but it's something that is, I don't know, it's comfortable. How can I say it's comfortable? So really something that I advise is that if your eyesight is good, good for you. If you can do it, I mean, do it. It's one of the best decision I I made, really. And lash extension, if you find someone that makes it really natural, you can really gain some time. You can really you feel that as you cannot wear some mascara, you are a bit careful about not wearing a lot of makeup, so you wear less makeup, and then you can find yourself natural without having a lot of things, even if those are not natural. I don't know if you follow me. It's seeing your beauty without adding something like too much, and going a bit more towards natural beauty, which is fake again, alright. And like, also what I did is trying to get in shape. I know that it feels like I slimmed really, I just melted here, but this is the first part that is going away. It's here for me. My cheeks are and my face really changed around this area first. It's the first thing. And my ass, I want to say, not my boobs, it's my ass getting a bit like a TV screen. Anyway, so not the old one. So I decided to get in shape, and this is something that I was really against. Like, I was so depressed and so convinced that I could never do it, that I was searching for surgery again, because I was like, it's too much. I have too much of a belly. Like, really, I was really heavy in around February, March. I'm really small, so it you can see it right away. And so I was like, there's something, they have to take something out of me, because it's too much. And so as I looked, am I, is it possible for me? Because I was like overweight, and I was like moderate obesity, but not enough obese to do it, So I was like, okay, what can I do? Well, I decided to do the more healthy way, and the way that I really convinced myself I could never do it, because we only see the fit girls and working out and the gyms. Well, the image that it reflects is that you only see the really fit girls, but it's not real. There's a lot of people getting in shape who are fat people who wants to get to lose a bit of weight. I'm saying fat, I am allowed. I was a fat person. I don't think I'm, well, according to a really thin person, I'm still a bit fat, but as you can see, I developed something here. From here, I'm kind of still a bit, curvy. I'm still curvy, but what changes is that, well, firstly, I still have some boobs, so you will always think that I have like a really large chest. But the thing is that I have more muscle than I did before. It's okay. It does a bit of this, but it feels a bit heavier there. How you can do it? It's very funny to do it. But yeah, I like my arms now. Anyway, so I changed this, and I didn't lose a lot of weight, but I changed my shape, and this is the thing that I was completely wrong about. I was in the idea that you would lose weight if you don't eat, if you eat less. I hired myself a personal coach, which was also a very, very good investment. Way cheaper than doing any surgery, way healthier than doing any surgery, any very serious diet. No, I had a reverse diet with her, so this is another topic. I don't want to just get lost a bit about it here, but I did this diet with her. I am super happy I met her, and she taught me a lot of things, because what I learned was that I wasn't eating enough, and this is why I was gaining weight a lot, because I was restraining myself not to eat like a little tomato with a bit of mozzarella, with a little, I don't know, a little yogurt there. Those little, I like it. I could like it, I still like it, but this is not a meal. This is a starter. This is not a meal, It's not a full dish. A full dish will be some vegetables, some cereals, and some protein. A bit of mozzarella with a bit of tomato is not a meal. It's a starter. So, as you see, I didn't know anything about diet. Really, they don't teach you this in school. If you don't have parents who are really into this, and they give you, it could be salad, it could be really saucy dish, you don't know this. You know what you like, what you dislike, but you don't know macronutrients. Do you know what is the macro? I didn't know what was a macro, but now I know, and now I can be careful about, do I have all my macro today? Well, I didn't. Like, for the first weeks with her, I was looking at what I was eating. Normally, we didn't change anything. I was eating, I was listing everything, and at the end, I was like, whoa. So first, this was a lot of calories, and this was like, I don't know, I had like a tiny amount of protein, a lot amount of sugar, because sugar is everywhere, but you need to have some. So don't fall into the trap of cutting sugar. This is a really bad thing. But anyway, I had too much of sugar. It was like crazy. And I have a lot of fat too. So this was like the worst diet ever. And when I wanted to be careful, when she didn't tell me anything. Like, she was like, okay, do your thing. I was only, doing some healthy meals, like doing the salad thing, doing like the really healthy thing. And I was like eating so little. And this is why when I was eating like some pastry that I really wanted, everything came back. And so those things that you normally, this, I didn't know it. I'm sorry, but I know that I'm not the only one. Because even though you say, yeah, I know this, I know everything, blah blah, you don't do it. So why do you complain about having all the weight and that it's difficult, that, but I don't understand, I don't eat a lot. Yeah, you don't eat a lot. This is why you don't eat a lot. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into this, but this is the physical part. So the thing that I invested, so I do a bit of recap, is my eye. Bit of doing things that will be like lash extension and less makeup. Also trying to get some sun changes a bit of my tan, and I don't buy into the racist myth that girls has to be white anymore. I will be white in winter. I'm not worried about it. I will be white again. But since I have a bit of sun there, why not, go out and take some sun? Because now that I do a lot more of walking, I naturally, and I eat better, my skin is doing a bit more of a tan naturally. I am a mixed race person. No one see it. But I think that perhaps now it's a bit more visible, and I'm happy about it. It's because I was not healthy. That's all. I am not the most tanned of everyone, but you can feel that my skin is a bit better. Anyway, so I did this, and I invested in this coach who taught me a lot of things, and it changed me. And again, I didn't lose a lot of weight. I only lose 12 kilos from the start of March, when I was like really doing stuff on my own, which were not good at all. But I was, doing a bit more exercise, even though that were not the best. It helped me to to lose weight straight away. I'm not gonna lie, but I was not. But I reached like perhaps like six kilos, and then it was not doing anything. So this is when I decided to hire this trainer, and so she told me a lot of things, and we saw each other like perhaps once a week. We saw each other, but I was working out 2 times a week. Again, it's not necessary to go 5 times a week. No, my trainer is a professional athlete, really. She does some competition, and she's an athlete, really, and she works out 4 times a week. So when you're not an athlete, 2 times is all that you need. And do a real workout, because it will not do anything if you do your little thing and you're on your phone. If you do a little thing but you don't push yourself towards the end, if you don't give intensity, it's not gonna do anything. This is why you think you have to go more. But if you do a full thing, all the exercise until the end, and not stopping at 5 minutes when you're supposed to walk, if you're supposed to do something. I don't know which exercise you do, but if you don't stop, then you're gonna have results, and you only need 2 sessions per week to do that. And sometimes one is also good. I can feel the changes. If I only go one, I will say 2 is better. If you can do 3, it's good also. But like an athlete is doing 4, and you know why? Because you always forget that you need 48 hours to build your muscle afterwards. So afterwards you just need to rest, and your body is gonna do on its own the little homemade muscle. And so this is very important. It's part of the thing I learned, and this was the investment that I really am proud of. So in total 12 kilos, but with her, which is only on 3 months, I only lost 5 kilos, which is good, but you will tell me it's not like a super transformation. But if you see me, people say you can see it. You can see like the changes. This is because I changed my weight into muscle, so the muscle is way heavier. So I didn't lose a lot of weight, but my body had became a bit different. And this is also the other thing that I wanted to say, is that if you want to change something, if you have something, you don't like your butt, you don't like here, you feel you're a bit skinny, you feel that this is going a bit too much like this, you don't like your belly, let me tell you that the belly is the first thing that is going to go away. This, you're going to be very happy when you start working out. Really, don't compare yourself to those perfect fit girls in the perfect outfit from YouTube. Really, when I was looking at them, I was a bit inspired, because I was a bit like, I want to do this. I want to, if they can do it, I can do it. But this is how I am. But that bad representation of who is working out at the gym, who is really into the workout, because they are doing some TikTok exercise. They are not with a coach, they are not with the trainer, they are not doing things, well, perhaps some are, but they're the Instagram fit girls. Don't believe in this. Look at, perhaps on Instagram if you want, look at the result of a previous fat person who lost weight. This is a bit more of an inspiration that you can have, which it's a bit problematic sometimes, but I don't want to get into this. But maybe look at this type of person, those ancient fat person, obese person who decided to change and who didn't do any bypass, anything like this. It's really, I was about to do the surgery, really. When I see some person, I was like, you know what? Perhaps you should have tried this before. Because it's a very, very severe surgery to do, and I understand now why doctors are very careful about it, because clearly when you try to work out for real, you get results. Really, like, it takes time. You have to be a bit patient, but let me just say that it has been only 3 months with her, and I'm super happy about the results. So imagine in, like, I don't know, 1 year. I know someone who was really, really thin, and without a lot of shape, and she wanted to have like a very plumpy butt, those butts that are requiring these days the little injection where you can have this butt without anything if you just take time and if you work out. Yes, it's possible. 4 years she had to get a little rounded butt. Yes. So give a bit more credit on working out, the real working out, the professional one. Take a trainer, even if it's only 1 month, 2 months, but get the real information from someone. I would say if you're a guy, ask for a guy, and if you're a girl, ask for a girl, because really we are not built the same, and guy trainers are a bit I like to hear, I like to see the videos, but I can feel that with a woman it's easier to feel connected and that she understands all the thing we're going through and the changes, and I think it's important that you stick to someone who understand your body type, I want to say, and who is very careful about your mental health too, really, because there are some really bad trainers, but this is another topic. Anyways, this was the physical. I invested in it and I am way happy, and this jumped onto the mental and social thing that where I glow up. So it's gonna be very quick because I am seeing that this has a very, very long time already. So the mental just changed from this, and it helped me so much because I felt confident. So I felt confident to do every other actions, like for example taking some studies, going to study again. So I am waiting again. Perhaps when this video will be published, I will be in school. But I made the decision to getting back to school and to study something. And this is something that I would never have done before because I was so depressed and so in a bad shape that I felt that I was stupid. And now that I changed the physical, this is how much it is linked. I felt like I could do anything, and so I decided to do this too. I wasn't feeling stupid to decided that I was, going back to school. I wasn't feeling stupid to go on my own in the library, taking some books. Really, I had time, so because I was on sickness leave, so I read a lot of books. I read about everything. I read about philosophy. I read about finance. I read about some fictional book. I read poetry. I read a lot of things. I wanted to this complex that I had. That first I was feeling ugly, but I also felt that I was a bit stupid. People made me feel that I was stupid in my past. Hello, my ex stepmother, yeah. People made me feel this and I had to change this. So because I was feeling way more confident, I decided I would do this, and this also made my brain brighter, and because of this I also changed how I was feeling in the world, and the plans that I could do, the behavior I could have when I was meeting new people, perhaps getting a bit closer to friends I made. All my social connection also were linked to how I was feeling confident because of the physical, because of how I glow up mentally from the intellect, and it happened to have like a consequence on the social. And this is a very big glow up, and I want to say 6 months. And I want to really just do this video because it's a fresh start. And when I did this first, how to change your life video, I was really curious to know if I would have succeeded to those goals in September. And I am not saying that I am the most fit. I could have done a bit better, but I take my time and I think that's the best way to do it. And I am feeling that clearly, jackpot. Really, we checked the boxes. I am feeling better. I improved my relation to other people. If I see that there's a drama, I cut people out of my life. Really, it's simple. There's nothing more than this. I am not arguing anymore. I am saying things that has to be said, and then I just cut them out of my life, and I feel way better. Because before, I never said that I was a people pleaser. Remember, I don't want to use this term because I'm not a people pleaser. I'm a bit egocentric sometimes. I really think about myself. I'm not a people pleaser, but I had the thing that I couldn't really confront the people. So, it was really stirring the pot and keeping those relations that was leading to nowhere just because I knew them. No. If there's something wrong and they hurt me and I just want to, end things, I politely say this and I get the fuck out. Yes. And this changes. And if you don't hurt me, if everything's good, I'm not going to cut you out of my life, and it's good. But if something happens now, I don't have time anymore. I have the physical to worry about, kind of a bit of it implies a bit of a devotion, working out, like doing your lashes, doing your hair, trying to, be a bit more careful about all the routine that I get myself involved. The mental also, like the intellectual that I wanted to get involved, the social circle that I wanted to develop also. I don't have time for drama anymore. So if you are not lifting me up, if you are not, teaching me things, if I don't learn anything from you, you go out. Sorry. If you're still in my life, it's because I feel that you are necessary to me. It's not that I am using you, It's because I can feel that those people are lifting me up, are making me, discover new music, teaching me about subject that I haven't think about before. If you are still in my life, is that you are important. And if you don't have anything important except making me worried because perhaps I hurt you, that's out. So if you want to change your life, and if those 3 points are not, sorry, I had a Scottish accent, I don't know why, but 3. If those 3 points are not completed, if you haven't, improved them yet, it's time to do it. You take your time, perhaps it will be in 1 year, but keep in mind that you can glow up any time of the year. I didn't have this January thing. I had this March thing and it worked. But if you want to start in September, then you start in September and you're gonna update me in 6 months. And really, those 3 things, again, a Scottish accent. I don't know why. Those 3 points are very important, and just, the physical is the biggest part I talked about. It's because I really wanted you to understand that we are in a society that is really, the beauty privilege that I talked about is really connected to this. And I am not saying I'm validating all this privilege, but you have to acknowledge it. And if you want to go ahead, you have to stop making up excuses for yourself, like you don't have time, you don't have like the courage, you are too fat, you are too poor, it's too much. You always find a way. I understand it's a cost, it's kind of a cost, but there's always a way to feel a bit fresher, like to vary, like your interior also. Is it clear? Is it clean? Or do you have very old wallpapers? Do you have like old bed sheets? Do you put a bit of a candle sometimes? I don't know, do you cook? Do you buy some McDonald's every day? If you do those things, that it's okay if you do it like, sometimes. But if it's a routine, don't complain. It's normal. I'm sorry. That's normal. And I am the first to say that, there's a very classist thing that is when you have to work a lot, when you don't have a lot of money, you have to work a lot. When you don't work a lot, you're tired, so you don't have time to do things. But I really think that if there's something that you want to change, if you deeply commit to it, you can change it. Really, I really believe that if you want to change something, you will stop making excuse, because the excuse you give yourself are the first thing to hold you from going to your goal. Really, your goal is here, is just waiting for you, and this is bothering me a bit. And you can do it. You're just telling yourself that you cannot do it, but you can do it. So stop taking some excuse. It's gonna hurt, but you can do it. If I did it after more than 2 years of depression, God's sake. Oh, you can do it. I think you can. I hope that if you are a bit lost and you didn't have some motivation, I hope that this gave you motivation, because it's the video I wished I watched when I started this journey, and I'm not finished. I'm not gonna stop right now. I'm too good to stop right now. So yeah, thank you again for watching. I'm very sorry if it was super long, but I had to do this video for the back to school era. So thank you again for watching, and I see you in my next video. Tschüss.